Turn up Tuesday in the house, baby. Now, this is the day we got to turn up, Mike. We got to turn up, so we want to say welcome to the G and Mikey Mike Up. Turn up
Huh?
Tuesday, baby. What's up, baby?
People are still turning it up. People haven't been to bed. They haven't been to bed. Hey, there's an APB where in Tampa, Florida for 21, Armando 21. Have you
Yeah.
seen him? He needs to post on a Facebook or welfare check or all the Dallas Cowboy fans. How are you doing? How are you feeling today?
Hey, man, it is it is wild and it's crazy, bro. I'm telling you, man, I am enjoying this, man, and I think everybody else is enjoying this. So, man, we want to say what's up to the Cowboy Huddle subscribers. What's up with it?
How you guys doing?
Yeah, because without you, ladies and gentlemen, none of this is possible. We just want to say thank you for being a part of this
None of it.
channel where we come together and talk about our Cowboys. So we don't have to worry about the outsiders. And then if they are here, hey, we'll welcome them as well. Maybe we'll
How you doing?
persuade them to being a Cowboy fan. Hey, so check this out, Mikey. I titled this as The Road of Revenge. Come on now. Come on
They
now.
they like would
Come on
not
now.
not to not talk about yesterday, but 49ers Cowboys, are you kidding me?
It's
This
coming.
is Cel- this is Celtics Lakers. This
Mm.
is Montreal Toronto. This is
Woo!
Red Sox
And
Yankees.
Yankees. That's right. This
This is
is this
Mah-
is oh my, this is oh man, all of that. Man, this is like the Boston Celtics and the Lakers back in the day.
yes,
This
sir.
is
Yes.
this is one of those Floyd Mayweather's and Canelo fights. This is
Oh,
come on, man.
Pacquiao.
This is
Uh,
a
uh, uh,
Sugar Ray Leonard and
Hagler
a
Hearns,
Roberto
Muhammad
Duran. That's
Ali,
what this
and,
is, brother.
and
And
George Foreman, Rumble in the Jungle.
man,
Like
yeah.
this is a part of American tradition. What
Woo!
what what the fabric is of sports, and if you haven't told your kids, or your kids already know from the lure, but what is 49ers Cowboys and it to be this, it's a shame it's not at the final, but anytime the bad, nasty taste that we sucked on for this last year, now the road to revenge. Let's talk about yesterday, though. Let's
Man,
talk
let's
about
get right
yesterday.
into it, man. I think we talked about it, man, because we really didn't know what we was gonna get with our offense after what we saw with Washington, man. But man, I'm telling you, I was the first two series, I was like, what the crap? Oh, don't start this. But it just seems like Dak said, you know what? The hell with the playbook. Let's just run from the line of scrimmage.
Let's go. I don't
Did
know.
you see that?
Yeah, he got frustrated. That was that Mad Dak I was talking about. You saw a little bit of Mad Dak. Remember I was
Yeah,
talking about, I want to see this quarterback play pissed off and show that he's pissed off.
yeah,
Let Brett
yeah,
Maher miss another damn extra point. Let him miss
yeah,
another extra point.
yeah. And I think
But
this Brett, when you bring up Brett Mahar, the question was asked to Jerry Jones. Somebody told me the day that he got cut, and I was like, oh my gosh.
that's
But yeah, I
blasphemous.
know it, dude. I have to look into everything before I even put it on social media. So that's not
Yeah.
the case. And they had asked Jerry. They said, "Well, Jerry, are you going to be looking for another kicker?" And like he said, no, no. Everybody has a bad day. The
Bad
guy
day.
he's gotten us where we are today. I mean, he's not Greg the leg, but he just had a bad day. So what do you think about that
He
situation?
picked the perfect day to have a bad day. In
Yeah.
my estimation, where I'm coming from, if you're looking for any kind of optimism or you want to see the silver lining, yeah, at the time, those not getting that first point. My mom is big on the field goals, right? So
Yeah.
we're gonna need that point. We're gonna need that point, and she's usually dead on right. She'll pull out the negative points that we didn't get, especially because we all know the kicking game is, suspect considering how much work these grown men put in, the
Yeah.
coaches, the
Yeah.
physicality, the sacrifice, and sometimes it
Mhm.
goes down to a player that doesn't do the physical sacrifice that other players do, the mental sacrifice, and all he does is kick the ball. Nevertheless, it's part of the game, and we love the game, and it's a part of the agony of defeat and the thrill of victory. He picked a great game to have a bad game because we were in that ass. And
Yeah, yeah, we could afford it. Yeah, we could actually afford to miss field goals, but I was really impressed with Mike McCarthy when he thought he was gonna go out there. He said, "Nah, we done seen enough, bro. We're going for 2." No,
but
we going
and
we going for the touchdown. Yeah, that's what it was. We're going
the
for the 2
touchdown,
point.
yeah, it was the fourth and six play to get CD in the corner after that. But the thing was, what that does to Brett, it creates the sense of competition, and it takes the complacency out, and that means he's gonna go in. He just needs to relax, get a little competitive with himself, and he'll
Right.
be there because he was. Look, timing in points is funny.
Yeah,
So you can play a
right,
game and you can score 56 points, right?
right.
And you play another game and only score 20 and lose by 1. You could have used those points from the other damn game that you get. And statistics are funny. It's not when, or no, not how many sometimes, but when. And you know
Yeah,
what? He decided the right game and the right pants to crap in, not
yeah.
white ones, but if he was gonna crap his
Oh, my, that
pants,
would have been messy.
he, he crapped his pants in the right game, and it's
Yeah,
it's good. It's okay, and it's funny how we could have absolved him or be forgiveful because it didn't cost us the game. And hindsight
right.
is 2010 20, and at the time we were pissed and they were cutting him, but y'all need to calm the f down
Yeah,
and realize that our franchise quarterback bounced back as a
man.
man, corrected himself,
Oh
took
my
his
gosh.
fault, and
Oh my gosh.
and he is the best player of the playoffs so far. So far. Tell me
Yeah.
somebody who had a better performance. Tell me anybody that had a better performance than Dak Prescott did last night. He should have been 5 touchdown throwing, but he ran for one. And that I
It was
think
beautiful. That was beautiful, that darn bootleg. Oh my gosh, he fooled me on that one, man.
all of us.
Oh my gosh. But that is the game plan, Mikey. That is the game plan. The play action. The play action. And guess what? You know what made this offense go? Is because he ran the ball.
And
He
that has
took
a lot.
off.
It has to, and you know what, G, this is where you make your bread. This is where you make your legacy. They took the brakes off of him. They put the chain, for lack of better words, they put the chains off of him.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah. They
Happy
took
Martin
him off
Luther
the
King
leash. Took
Jr.
him off the leash.
Yeah, it took him off
Took
of that.
took him took him off the leash.
Took him off the leash. So, and now it's about winning. So sacrificing everything is
Yes.
is is on the table and is on the menu. So he sometimes you got to save players from themselves. Look at players like Tuya Tung Baialoa, having him out there when he shouldn't be, or players like Lamar Jackson that didn't play because his own circumstances, but he sacrifices his body and the way he plays. Dak has his contract. So now we're playing to win a damn Super Bowl. They didn't want that wear and tear in the regular season, but now we're showing it, and
Yeah.
I love it. The threat, the prospect of him running
Yeah.
does so much for the team. What he did, and that's shades of 2016, where
Yeah.
Dak had it one way or the other, the draw or that bootleg. That was the first bootleg he ran all year. That was
Yeah.
a kink in their playbook that the Buccaneers did not see,
That
and it
is
was
it.
beautiful. A great play call, beautiful play call, and honestly, it could be the play call of our playoffs.
Yeah,
It
I
could
believe you.
be.
I believe so, and I don't know, man, it just that the play calling was different. I don't like I say, I don't know how much Kellen Moore had to do with the play calling, but I did see a lot of, plays being called at the line of scrimmage, which was great, but at the same time, see, like, those underneath, the bootlegs and, kinda look like a little Mike McCarthy-ish, you know what I mean?
It
Something
did.
Mike
It did.
McCarthy,
West Coasting.
maybe yeah, seemed like
West
he had a
Coast,
little bit.
3 yards in a cloud of dust. It seemed like that, and no, and it was Dak making the right reads.
Yeah,
We it felt like it was going to be a long game when Vita Vea makes that swim move past
yeah,
Biotis, and
yeah,
but that was the only play he made all game. I
yeah.
was like, man, he looks huge. Like, I mean, fat, huge. And I'm sorry, as a fellow fat guy, I'm not judging too much, but he looked like that was the only play he had, and that was the only play he made. The only
Right.
play. And
Yeah.
then you didn't see Vita Vea the whole game. This was maybe the Buccaneers were good enough to hang for 3 series, and then our conditioning, our athleticism, and we took over the game. Sometimes you're not gonna knock over that rock, but if you chip at it, it's gonna break, and it done broke. It
Ye
done broke. It done broke.
yeah, and, man, when we talk about this playoff win, we also have to make mention the last time we won a playoff game on the road was 1993.
And that was Joe Montana's last
Yes.
game as a
Yes.
49er, which is
Yes.
which booked in his first playoff, the championship game, booked it in 10 years. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. It goes into Joe Montana, and then we're going to Santa Clara. Can I ask you a couple of things, G?
Yeah, I'm come on, man.
Who, with no doubt, is our MVP of our secondary?
Oh my gosh. MVP. Oh, man. I mean, you gotta say Michael Part. Well, do you wanna say yeah, okay,
Secondary
and the
of our secondary.
secondary? Okay, secondary, Imma have to Donovan Wilson, man, is a beast, man.
He is a beast. I ain't gonna lie. He brings the wood. He probably hit Russell Gage a little bit too hard
Yeah, he
with
did.
that
I don't
arm
think
of
it was
his. Give him a
intentional.
concussion. No,
It
it
wasn't
wasn't. No,
intentional.
because and then I thought it get him to stop a little bit, but then he revved up and hit somebody else. That guy is a dog, and he's to
Yeah.
be respected. But the one I believe is
Come
J.
on,
Ron
listen.
Curse. J. Ron
Oh, yeah,
Curse.
J-Ron for sure. Yeah, J-Ron f Curse for sure, man. I mean, it could go either way, man. I mean, because that's just how balanced they are back there,
A
man.
Quabu, a Quabu, that 24 looked good on the field. Donovan Wilson, Malik Hooker. But it's the thing about J-Ron Curse is he's just lanky and
Yeah,
he's fast, and he's a smaller Cam Chancellor-ish, but more athletic.
yeah.
And that's what we need to take out tight ends. He's our
Tight
tight
ends,
end. He
yeah,
takes out tight ends because we're gonna need him. I heard he's okay. The
okay.
report said he's because that made my heart go through my chest after
Yeah,
he went down in the fourth quarter. But you saw him standing up, he got
yeah,
freaked out. You could
yeah,
tell it freaked him out. So it was probably more mental. They took him out. But we need him against Kittle. As
yeah.
much well, I'm sorry, I'm going forward. But we need J Ron, and he's okay.
Yeah, and,
Um,
they also mentioned that he didn't do any workout, today. Well, tomorrow he won't be able to do any workouts tomorrow, so I think they're just gonna save him and just do some rehab thing, which is good. That's needed, so I'm not really concerned. I'm sure he gonna bounce back and get a couple of shots and be ready to play. I mean, we will not deny this man of this game. I promise you that.
None of these men. And on our defensive line, as much as Dorrance Armstrong is doing great, and
Yeah,
you can count Michael Parsons. Old Diggy Zua is the top rated defensive player on PFF for the last two
Wow.
weeks. That is saying something. That means he's doing something. So you put Hankins next to him, and playoff Lenny was layoff Lenny because we didn't say or way off because we didn't see him at all,
Yeah,
at all, at all, at all.
for sure. For sure. And you know what? And that means that he's penetrating the offensive line. That means he's actually, he's drawing attention to where he's continually allowing our linebackers to run free, and that's what we need to keep those linemen off our linebackers. So for him to be ranked like that, evidently he's doing a great job. Hey, let me ask you this: so you know that they come up with this situation about grass versus turf. So I guess now that's a myth. You think?
I said it. I'm an ass right here. That's what I get for this. Fans like me kept Jason Garrett around 3 years too late because it was Jason Garrett that broached the subject, and I didn't buy into it, but I listened to it. So that's enough to buy to waste my time on it.
Yes,
So
throw it away.
I'm one of the asses that subscribe to that because you want to see patterns and tendencies. That's what football is. So if that was a pattern or a tendency, but they got their great grass right. That's Florida grass. You see
Yeah,
Florida grass? That's that good grass. We're
yeah,
going
for
to that
sure.
mucky. We're going to that mucky, half-ass tame. They don't water their crap right. Crap that they used to have in Candlestick, now in Santa Clara. And I wouldn't doubt if they did anything to make it muckier to slow us down. Um, what did you think about Leighton?
Van Der Esch?
What other Leighton do you know, man?
Okay, well, you know what? And I'm gonna say this: we can truly say that he was missed. We can say that Leighton Van Der Esch. People can say what they want to say about Van Der Esch, but Van Der Esch is a key component to this defense, and it showed when he came back on yesterday and the plays that he made on yesterday. Man, I mean, he was missed, so he
They
came back
you
at the perfect time.
Did you like what Dan Quinn did with him? He
Oh yeah, they
dropped him in
dropped
the
him back.
middle of he dropped
Yeah,
him in the middle of the field, 10 yards deep, and just let him rover on which guy in the middle of the field. And he was guessing right. We had what 13 batted balls
yes,
and a
yes.
pick.
Yes, yes, yes. I'm gonna do this, and we're gonna move right on into this 49, man. We're gonna get off this here, man. So I just want to
Oh,
say
that's cool.
real quick, man. Final score was 31-14. We actually scored what in all four quarters, six in the first, 12 in the second, six in the third, seven in the fourth, and your Tampa Bay Buccaneers scored six in the third and eighth in the fourth. Now, and let me say this here, Mikey. I did say this. I said my blueprint for the win on yesterday was going to have to be hit. I did a video and I said that we're going to have to hit Brady, hit Brady, hit Brady, and hit Brady. And
Hey,
then on the
Brady.
offensive side of the ball, I said we have to execute the plays. And man, believe it or not, they did that. They
Yes.
did that.
And
Balance.
they didn't get caught up in doing this. We're moving the ball, keeping the rim, and then doing a stupid razzle dazzle play. The biggest razzle dazzle play that they had was that play action to Ferguson, where you see CD Lamb blocking
Yeah,
downfield.
yeah,
Oh, that was the
yeah,
clinic and the bootleg. That's
yeah.
it.
That was. That was.
So
So
put a
yeah.
bow on it. Goodbye, Tom Brady.
Yeah, you think this is it?
Hasta.
Do you think this is it? Do you think Tom Brady is done?
Uh, in Tampa Bay, I think we'll see him in Las Vegas more likely than not. We're not going to see him in San Francisco. Brock Purdy is a phenomenon. Plus,
Yeah,
they got two other quarterbacks,
yeah,
but Josh McDaniels and the toxic way that it was over there, especially with David Carr, he's going to need a familiar bridge quarterback. And I wouldn't put it past Tom Brady to play for nothing just to win a championship. And he has Devontae Adams there,
yeah.
and
That's
he has
true.
the tight end. He
That's
has the
true.
tight end. He has
Waller.
weapons over there. Waller's a beast.
Yeah, he is.
Waller's a beast. And bye bye Tata, so long. Bye Tampa.
Yeah.
On to San
Well,
Francisco.
and I'm thinking, man, after seeing what we saw and how the pressure that we applied on Tom Brady, his age actually showed. It showed. It
He all
showed.
right, we're going he did a couple of things. The end zone interception, um, they were un-Brady like. And
Yeah.
it
It
was
was
like
pressure. Pressure though.
when Rocky, rips Ivan Drago,
Yeah.
and then the trainer, I forget his name, he's like, you see, he's not a machine, he's a man. He's a
Yeah.
man. He was a
He's a
man.
man.
He
Yeah.
was a man, the
Yeah.
GOAT guy. And you know what? Thank you, Tom Brady. Thank you.
Yeah.
If this is your last, then what greater way for the Dallas Cowboys to retire that ass. Nice playing with you, dog. But if anything, if it's his last, thank you, Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Thank
And
you. It's been a
also,
pleasure watching you being a quarterback.
yeah, also thank you for the invitation for inviting us to your retirement party. So
Can't
anyway,
you
man, yeah.
win?
So good riddance to Tampa Bay. It was good knowing y'all, but like I said, we're not here to make friends. We'll shake hands after the game. Now we're moving on, and I have to get this out real quick because this is what it is. 25 p.m. Central Time. It will be your Dallas Cowboys versus the San Francisco 49ers. It's about to go down, Mikey. So what do you think, my man?
You know when Dallas Cowboy Chris always does his 60 seconds with the Cowboys, and he always refers to the other team as those hated, whatever word. This is beyond. This is beyond. This is beyond like what the 49ers and this rivalry means as a Dallas Cowboy, as a football fan in itself, the West Coast. Mike McCarthy going back to his roots, us rekindling, us getting paid back for that
Yeah,
debacle of last year. We could make a lot of wrongs right, Mr. G. We could make a lot of wrongs right.
that's
But the
right.
meaning of this game, the NFL is loving this. But what the meaning is, if you haven't told your kids, you tell your kids because this is
A game to
this is
remember.
middle school for me. This
A
is
game to
middle.
remember.
This is Steve Young, Troy Aikman for me.
Yes, it is. It's one of those type games that we haven't seen in a long time, and this is it right here. This is the game, and basically looking at this game, um, this is when the playoff starts to me, Mikey.
Yes, it's all right. It's really easy to be optimistic
Yeah,
considering our quarterback had the character enough to have that bounce back game. But
right.
remember, the last bad game he had was with the defense similar to this defense. Even this defense is better because this secondary is dogs, and their defensive line are a bunch of dogs. We match up. The matchups are we could go defense to defense. Our defense and their defense could be a push. I could say they're a little better,
Yeah,
but at times in this season, our defense is played as the best defense in the league. So that's a
right.
bit of a push.
It is a
Our
push.
our offensive lines, I think we're a little bit better offensive line. I think we're a little bit healthier, and we lost Peters to a hip flexor, so we'll see how
That's it.
that
It's
plays
a wrap.
out.
It's a wrap.
And but as far as Tyler Smith and the way he's playing, and I'm glad Joe Buck gave him his flowers yesterday because,
Yeah,
as I said a couple of weeks ago, we're sleeping on Ron Curse. We are sleeping on Tyler
Tyler
Smith,
Smith.
and this kid has
Right.
the potential of having a great season with Tyler Biotish back that we missed so much. It helped that the Buccaneers didn't have a pass rush.
Yeah,
saying that, saying that, are in the skill positions, they got Debo, we got CD. They got McCaffrey, we got Pollard. They
yeah,
got Kittle, like it or not, Dalton Schultz. is reliable, and Dak Prescott has a crush on him. You know the oh, never mind. I want to digress to the game, but what the most refreshing thing about this last game was
Okay.
Noah Brown got targeted twice, and
Yeah.
as he should be.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
and the disparity, all the stuff. There's two big disparities in this game: our quarterback and their quarterback, our coach and their coach.
Facts.
So our we have the seasoned quarterback with the big contract, with the poise, with the moxie, that just he played the game of his life in some people's estimations or opinion, and we have that rookie, a rookie that hasn't lost an NFL game, a rookie that they call irrelevant,
They call him irrelevant.
and then
Well,
you got the mad scientist, the guy
yeah.
that we said, the
Yeah.
mechanic. Remember, we called him the mechanic, the brilliant. And we got Kellen Moore.
Woo. This is definitely going to be a chess match, my man. I really think this is not checkers. This is will definitely be a chess. Now, knowing that the 49ers are an aggressive team. They're very aggressive. They're aggressive as far as let me say they're physical. Let me say they're a physical team. And they're
Yeah.
going to be physical, and we know this is going to be the case. And understand that we have to be physical too. But I think this is more going to be the Matador versus the Bull. And it's okay that we be the Matador because we tried the
Ole.
aggressiveness in which even Dak said he had to tone it down. So it's okay to be the Matador, and to take on the Bull. Just it's okay to finesse this team like he did with the bootleg, like he did with the bootleg, sat back there in the pocket and got over the top, like he did rolled out and then faked the run and then threw it. That's finessing. And that's what he's good at. Get that aggressive mentality out there. I don't know who told him to do that, but what we saw on yesterday was a finessing that he did to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And we need to stick to that. And we have to be creative. But again, I say, I know that Jason Peters went down, but I feel more comfortable with Connor McGovern at guard, Tyler Smith at this tackle position, which I don't know why they didn't put Peters at the guard position, but I really like this lineup that we have
Well,
now because
mm,
it worked. It actually worked.
it has the most continuity. It has the most
Yes,
that side of the line has the most snaps together.
right.
Biotish is Biotish. Zach Martin just give the we'll call it the gold jacket side of the
The
line.
goals,
It
yeah,
took
that's right.
it took Tyron a little bit. It took him Tyron a little bit, but now he's getting his feet wet. He's not Tyron Smith, but 80% of Tyron Smith is better than 90% of any tackle out there.
Yeah, and his responsibility is a little bit less because he's not going against the top guys, so he can hold his own against the end on that end, and which he didn't give up a sack. So I don't think we've seen a sack from his side. Maybe one quarterback hurry or something, but nothing major. So I think he's doing just fine over there. I mean, we're not hearing his name being called, and sometimes when you're a lineman, your name's not being called. You're doing your job.
What worries me the most of this game, for real,
Okay.
it does, is the 49ers putting Diggs on an island and not throwing the ball at him, running the ball at him. It looks like he's avoiding contact a lot, especially
Well, he
this
got a
last
he got a
game.
contract coming up, bro.
But what do you do? What do you do with a quarterback that doesn't want to tackle? You run at him.
Yeah.
You make them go one on one, real fast screens. But you run at him and make sure it's gonna be the one on one with him, or you scab back and see who wins. That because Shanahan is on it. You know
Oh, yeah.
they they have actually we have a less day and they got 2 extra days if you really
Yeah.
think about it.
Yeah,
So
well, it's a short week for us, man, for sure. It really is a
yeah,
short week
so
for us. So that's the
but
problem. Go
the
ahead.
primetime Fox game for this main event, like I told you last week, everybody else's entertainment with a motherfucking show. And the show of
Damn
shows
right.
in that heavyweight fight.
You understand?
heavyweight. You have no idea. Like the NFL, they, this is what
Ding
they
ding.
salivate, and this is
Woo!
what us as football junkies dream about.
That's right. That's
Especially
right.
who dreams of and who gets a revenge, who gets a chance at revenge with
Woo!
fate interlining, and
Yeah.
um, it
So
got
listen
to
at this. Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
no, go ahead.
So what I was going to say, okay, true enough. Oh yeah, they put up 41 points against Seattle. Well, come to find out, Seattle was ranked 24th in offense. Yeah, I mean, no, 24th in defense, and their offensive line was ranked 27. So yeah, but I'm gonna say this, nothing taken away from Seattle, but they went up at halftime 14-13. But I went back and watched the game. But see, the difference with what Seattle did versus what we're going to do. They didn't bring any pressure on that little youngster back there. And I
Yeah,
can guarantee you, Dan Quinn is going to come up with some pressure packages. I promise you that. And
this is his job interview for other jobs,
I know
unless
it.
it's not this.
Yeah, for sure. So with that being said, to play against this misdirectional bootleg. They do the same thing. They love a lot of bootleg and they'll show up, they do a lot.
Yeah.
So how do we play this offense with our defense? What do you think? What's best you think that we need to come up with to kind of slow this team down?
Um. So of course you want to play disciplined football. You always want to keep your edges and play good assignment football.
Exactly.
But we did lose in a divisional round championship where we got bludgeoned by was it Anderson and it wasn't too much girly, but it was Anderson with the Rams. But we
Rams.
fell into that going for that razzle dazzle. I think not that much stunting this game. We
Right.
they
Heads up.
gotta stay in a lot of base. Keep your
Yeah.
lanes. They have to keep their
Yeah.
lanes. I know they like moving them around, but when you move around on a stunt, you get caught. Those lanes open up, and
Yes.
somebody like McCaffrey, somebody like Debo
Debo.
Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, bear down. Because he's from Arizona State. But bear down. But like he will find that wrinkle and will pay dearly. I'd
Yeah.
rather give up an 8 yard run opposing a 23-yard run because
Right.
that's the way it's picking your poison with these guys. Either and you know what I would do?
Huh.
I would sell out for the run and make that rookie pass his ass out of that running.
I'm right there
Let's see
with you,
what you
brother.
got, Mr. Irrelevant. He doesn't have a incredible arm.
And he hadn't seen
There's
any pressure either. He hadn't seen any pressure. So
so
let
we
me
got
and
the
so
tools.
yeah. So what would you think if Dan Quinn moved Michael Parsons to linebacker and allowed him to roam and blitz any gap that he want?
Like kind of like what the Texans used to do with like Jadavian and Clowney, put
You,
him
you know what?
everywhere. He was in a
But
position. He was just a disruptor.
you see them. So I'm just looking at this here, Mikey. You keep Tank Lawrence on one side. You got Armstrong on the other side. You got Sam Williams falling in behind Tank Lawrence. You got Fowler drop falling in behind Dorrance Armstrong. And then you got Leighton Vander Esch. We'll allow him to drop back like he did in his last game. But at the
Mm,
same time, Michael pick his. So if Tank Lawrence is lined up on Trent Williams
yeah,
in the D gap, and here comes Micah sliding up in the C gap.
yeah,
Oh boy. And
yeah.
then not only that, but you can also walk down, Donovan Wilson. Oh my gosh.
They need to fill in the box and sell out and stop the run.
Yes,
Period.
yes. And
Period. Period.
even if it's a pass, we got open lanes to where we're filling his lane to where he's not able to get the ball off.
We
Pressure.
th-
Even if he does,
that,
it's still pressure.
yes,
But
because
allow the lion to roam. Because right now he's going to be set up to play on Trent Williams' side, and I
yeah,
guarantee you they are
That's Armstrong.
Yeah. So,
Uh,
well, if it's Michael Parsons, he'll be on Trent Williams' side.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
But
definitely.
if that's the case, I guarantee they game planning for Michael Parsons to be at that defensive end. So you counter
I
with that.
wouldn't put it past Michael Parson to pick off a screen.
Yeah, it's
He
coming.
almost did it. He's getting
It's coming.
close. Where they're doing these quick play where he's on the edge and then he's gonna pick off a screen and take it to the house. I
Yeah.
wouldn't put it past him if he does it this game because he's been close.
Yeah. So I'm thinking Dan Quinn is definitely putting something together. But man, I see that. I would basically have my back half stand in some type of zone with Leighton Vander Esch doing what he's doing, covering that middle,
Yeah.
and covering the flats and covering the deep, but bring the pressure on that youngster. Because if you bring that pressure, and if you got Micah Parsons just picking his gaps, you just threw off that whole front line. Now they got to account for where he is. You know, I mean, it just makes sense to me, you know. But we don't know.
I'm
We
so
we don't
excited.
we're the fanatic. So here's the deal. Now let's go to this offensive side. What do we have to do on the offensive side? Now you talking about aggressive. Now they bring packages as well. They're
They're
gonna bring
scary.
some. It is scary.
They
So
they Devoed us last time. And I'm not talking about Devo Samuel. I'm talking about what is
Friday.
it, Tiny Lester. I'm talking about the man in the flannel that stole your beach cruiser and took your grandma's chain. They they Armstead would, and then Nick Bosa. I like this Nick Bosa Michael Parsons
Yes.
beef.
Yes.
I I think Micah could benefit from something like this,
Oh
something
yeah.
a constructive. Um, they're scary.
It is
I'm
scary. So how do we gonna game plan for this? I mean, they're gonna bring 5. They're gonna bring 6. So they're gonna bring pressure. They're gonna do the same thing with Dak. We want you to beat us with your arm, but we're definitely gonna stop this run and we're gonna bring pressure on you.
uh we got
So
to
what do you
keep going
think?
and see. We got to, of course, run the ball consistently, but don't be the number one for the last place first down gain per average, that which where they were before this game. They
Right.
can't be too predictable, but they got to commit to running the ball and working off the run, and taking their shots when they can't take them, and be content to let the defense back in the game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can't force the ball with these guys. Can't force the ball. And when the opportunities come, pick CD Lamb. Pick
Yeah.
pick our
Yeah. And
superstar
and
number one.
T.Y. Hilton. T.Y. Hilton.
Yes,
This should
sir.
be a good. This should be a big game for T.Y. This should be a big game for T.Y.
Yes, yes. And old reliable Dalton Schultz, get first downs with Dalton
Woo!
Schultz.
We got the
Just
weapons, baby.
just stick to getting yards on first down.
Yeah.
That's my biggest thing. Like I was with Cowboy Beats, and he was on my live on TikTok before the game, and he kept sticking to winning the turnover differential. Well, of course you want to win the turnover differential, but it is so simple to say that, not to cause the turnover, but don't make turnovers yourself.
Right.
So that's what
Right.
he was getting at, and I completely
Yeah, I
agree
get
with
it.
his point. But first down and third down.
So you're saying we need to stay ahead of the chain. We have to stay ahead of the chain.
Have
And
to.
that doesn't necessarily mean, Mikey, that we have to run up the middle. Pull your guards in your center. Hit those edges. It's okay. It's okay to run screens if they're bringing pressure. Make sure you run your screens.
Soften them up.
Yeah. Okay, y'all gonna
And
blitz us again. Here we go. Let's go to finessing. Oh, y'all gonna blitz us? Okay, watch this. Whoop. We'll do a double. We'll do a double screen. Whoop whoop whoop.
the first play of the game I want the
What's
first play of
that?
the game, freaking a read option, and Dak Prescott keeps it regardless if they bite, if they don't bite, just to let them know Dak is here to run the damn
Yeah,
ball.
yeah, 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 and send yeah. I mean, so and that's where we are, man. So we got to. I really do feel, man. We get through this game, our chances are even better once we get past this game here. I really do. I really feel that in my bones, brother. We get
I
past this.
I couldn't sleep Sunday night, Gary. After I saw that Chargers debacle, I was like, they had 27 points. You're telling me if my team has 20, they could still lose? And I'm like, my Cowboys could do the exact same crap. They can. But so I was tossing and turning. I went to work and I was there, but I wasn't there.
It was almost the longest day of our life, wasn't it?
Right? That Monday was grueling. It
It
was
was
grueling to
grueling.
keep let us watch all the games, watch everybody else have their fun
Yeah,
and everybody have their misery, and then wait to the next day. And
the
you gotta
next
give props
day.
to ESPN did a good job. I
Yeah,
wish Troy Aikman Troy Aikman was on point, man.
he
Troy
was.
Aikman was on point. It was
He
it
was.
was a pleasure, but as a fan, and it's not going away from the Niners, but you got to recognize this. This is the best. This is why we love this. It's just, they talk about playoff baseball that every pitch counts, and you
Yeah,
watch every. I watch every snap intently of the season.
yeah,
But now
yeah.
I'm watching them more intently, like rubbing my crucifix and my belly, or freaking
It's that
with
serious, man. They don't understand it's that serious though, bro. It's that
little
serious with us.
little games and little moments in games could win you the Super Bowl.
Yeah. So Jimmy Johnson said it's not how many mistakes you make, it's about how what do he say? How does it go? It's not how
The
many
least,
mistakes
the
the
least
least
mistakes,
mistakes you make.
or something to that effect.
Yeah, to where that's what we did. I mean, we didn't have many penalties yesterday. So I understand it's not gonna be the same defense, but we need Kellen Moore, Mike McCarthy, and Dak Prescott to put their thinking caps on and come up with a great game plan, man. This is almost like playing for all the marbles right here. It's almost close to that thing. And I'm hoping they have that mentality to where that understand that if we get over this hump, the chance, because I'm telling you, New York don't want to see us, Philadelphia don't want to see us. Neither one of those teams want to see us on
I don't
strike.
think Philly wants to see Daniel
Philly,
Jones.
they don't.
Philly
Yeah,
don't want to see Daniel Jones. That Vanilla Vic, he balled out, and you got to give credit where credit is due. Brian Daboll is the coach of the year.
oh
Nobody
my
could change
gosh,
my mind there because we saw that trash
yeah,
dumpster fire that Joe
yeah,
Judge had in New
oh my
York,
god,
which we got. We loved it. We were delighted to see
yeah,
Joe
oh of
Judge there,
course,
but we swept them. But honestly, seeing them for a third time, I'll respect them a little more, but we know we're gonna go through that ass. But
facts.
the way they played was awesome, and if I was Philly, I wouldn't want to see them,
They
especially the
don't
way
want to see
Philly's
him.
been playing. They don't want to
They
see
don't
it.
want to see
I
him.
wouldn't be
They don't want to
surprised if
see
New
him.
York wins. I wouldn't be
They,
surprised, and if New York wins, we know where that is. But so prediction time. What do you got? Is it too early?
Woo! Let's get to it, baby. Let's get to it. So here it is, Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening. It's 5. No, what is it? 3:25 Sunday. I'm gonna make my prediction. We're playing on the West Coast, and right now, as I said, we're on the road of revenge, and we play so damn good on the road. So, and you know what they say: after we lose one game, we win two. Ooh.
4. We need 4. Let's get this next one.
Already. So
What's your score, G? What's your score?
I'm going to say 27-21 Cowboys. Yeah,
Wow, G.
yeah.
I'm going 27-23. I already had it in my head.
Woo!
We great minds think alike. And let's hope we're at the positive end of this. But if you're a Cowboy fan, tell your kids about this rivalry. Enjoy yourself. Don't be obnoxious. Watch what you drink and enjoy this. Tune into the Cowboys Huddle tomorrow. This has been Mike Tuff, my boy G. You already know. Say the big words, dog.
Like I always say, don't nothing come to a sleeper but a dream. So let's make it happen. Dallas Cowboys.
Put up, Cowboy.
Yes, sir. Juicy.